Thank you. Okay. This is the moment I've been waiting for, and I'm going to request ngenda kusaba abatudde bakulu bannanga ba boda boda mbadde mbasaba kati tusooke tuligira tulinzeko ku registeringa kya registration mugira mukiyimirizaamuko katono kuba njagala kati mbanjulire chairman wa development channel. Back to our viewers on television. Are we still on? Oh, great. Okay. This is the moment we've been waiting for. At this point in time, I'd like to warmly welcome, and I'm going to request Development Channel family to show some love and give a warm welcome as we welcome Chairman Charles Lambert, ladies and gentlemen. Let's rise to our feet. Let's rise to our feet, Development Channel. Okay, let's give a round of applause as we welcome. Right. Ladies and gentlemen, let's put our hands together as we warmly welcome the Chairman, Development Channel.
Can we have something more to welcome the big man himself?
Chairman Charles Lambert is here. A very warm welcome. Thank you. Right, and everything else that you need to know.
I need some peace and quiet here. Hey, listen, pay attention, my friend. Keep quiet. You didn't hear what I said? Keep quiet. The only difference between one man and the other is the word knowledge. I want you to pay attention there. The only difference between you and the guy who can feed your family till you die is because he knows something that you don't. I don't want you to clap. I want you to pay attention. The only reason why you are struggling is because you don't know enough. Your depth of understanding is too low. So you need to learn to keep quiet. I want to give the Lord some praise. I personally want to spend 5 minutes. If I hear noise here again, I'm going to throw all of you out of here, these butter people. You need to keep quiet, my friend. This is not a park. I warned your chairman, I'm actually going to mess with him. This is not a park. This is a seminar. It's an academic meeting. Today, no. It's a very special day in this organization's history because we're releasing the spirit of Pan-Africanism today. The spirit of Pan-Africanism, today we're going to capture it, where it is. What is it anyway? Today, the spirit of Pan-Africanism is what we are reviving in this meeting. That is why we spent our money putting up all these countries and their flags and their logos here. Every single of the 50 countries that we are talking about is represented inside of this room as we speak. 50 different countries are represented here. We can see Ghana from over here. You look around, you will see all of them. Each of the 50 countries have teams in them already. And clearly these teams are people working in our call center. So it means that we're really up to some plan. It means there's something going on which you need to tune into, my friend, today. And I'm telling you that today, that we have actually displayed these 50 countries and their teams, is the day that we also going to release the spirit of Pan-Africanism. And I'm going to teach you what that is all about. And then we'll release that spirit of Pan-Africanism, give out some SUVs, and it will be a good day. Who wants to worship the Lord for this one? Now, I was going to talk to you, like I said today, about the spirit, a little lower, the spirit of Pan-Africanism. Now, for most of you, you know, we gained independence, Africa, most of us about 50 years ago. Most African countries gained independence around the same time. Very few years apart, really. So I've actually had the argument in the past that the independence was actually given. Not necessarily that it was gained, but it's up to your own interpretation. But when you see a mass independence, 61, 62, 63, 64, it looks like a joke. It doesn't look like it actually was campaigned or actually gained. So my perspective is that independence was given. But whatever way, given or gained, 50 years. But there was something that was missed. What was taken was the political power. The political power was taken from the colonial masters, for the most part. So you became what they call independent politically. Now, but the Pan-Africanists, who for the most part championed the independence, people like, you know who they are, Julius Nyerere, great-grandfather to the cause, Kwame Nkrumah, all those type of people, run up and down and try to make sure that Africa got independence. Immediately they got that political independence, for them it was finished. Mission accomplished. But no, that was point one. That was just the primary school start. That's the kindergarten one. That's political independence. What's that? That's nothing. You have to talk about economic independence. So you have gained political independence, okay, but you have not even discussed, like it has not been talked about, how we're going to now gain economic independence. Now remember, to gain the political independence was critical. And that political independence was initiated through a movement called Pan-Africanism. That Pan-Africanism spread across Africa. And it helped to get the first objective accomplished, which is the independence, obviously, the political one. Now, we need that same spirit of Pan-Africanism that brought the first independence, the political one, to help us also bring about what? The economic one. Do you agree with that? Are you following what I'm saying? What is Pan-Africanism anyway? Pan-Africanism just means unity of the African people. It's just what it means. It's just the word pan is come. That's it. Pan. Everyone. Pan-Africanism just means unity. Unity of all of Africa. They united Africa and all of us got independence. Now we're going to unite Africa again and we'll get economic independence. Now listen. The last spirit of Pan-Africanism, because it's gone. Pan-Africanism is dead. Almost. Yet it's a spirit we need for the second level of the independence. Yet it's already gone. No one talks about Pan-Africanism anymore. You go to Nigeria, Nigeria issue. Go to Kenya, Kenya issue. There's nothing like Pan-Africanism. They just meet once a year at OAU or whatever. Now, so that spirit of Pan-Africanism that is supposed to liberate Africa from poverty is disappearing. The last missing piece of the hair of that Pan-Africanism is right here in Uganda, in the person of President Yoweri Museveni. The last remaining Pan-African spirit on earth is in Uganda. So from Uganda, the spirit of Pan-Africanism will rise again and swallow the whole of Africa. We're very lucky that we caught this before Museveni dies. We're very lucky. If we didn't catch this and he went, blessed assurance, Jesus is mine. Oh, what a fortress of glory divine.
Of salvation, precious of God,
born of the Spirit,
born of the Spirit,
lost in His love.
washed in His blood.
This is my story. Come on, tell me. Now, to achieve that economic independence, we need orchestrated commerce. Commerce that is orchestrated. It's still commerce. It's like matoke, buying matoke from Gulu to Nairobi. That's a commerce. Bringing oil from Congo. That's a commerce. So we need to orchestrate the commerce of Africa's economic transactions. We need to be part of the conversation in the actual commerce, not in the government writing paper, political independence. We have gotten that one. Okay, good luck. Thank you. Congratulations. Bye-bye. We need to now do the actual private sector, business, commerce, brand, selling, buying, the actual transactionary business. So the orchestrated commerce is why we play with 25 companies. And they're all need-based. So in every area of need, we're going to compete for Africa. Every area of need, see the word we keep using, is need. Education, that's a need. IT, that's a need. Healthcare, that's a need. Road, that's a need. We're going to make sure that those 25 companies work in an orchestrated symphony, singing in one direction and cleaning out all the mess across Africa. That process of orchestrated commerce is called economic war. It's not a physical war. Nobody's going to carry guns here. Of course, security needs to be very good in Uganda. But it's not. It's very mental. It's very scientific. It's the game the world plays. And that's the game we're going to play as Africa. And that's the game we're going to win at. I have a small little story for you. And it's my only story to everyone in Uganda today. About 3 days ago, Google, the company, again, private sector, not government, Google, the company, was fined a fine by the European Union. So European Union said, Google, this thing you created is making you monopoly and whatever, and they had to fine them. That case took quite a while. I followed it for about 3 or 4 years, something like that. But the judgment came about 2 days ago. 2 days ago, the judgment came. And the judgment was that Google should pay $5 billion as fine. $5 billion. That's what they asked Google to pay. Let me tell you what $5 billion is in Uganda. $5 billion is the whole money your government generates in a year. The government of Uganda's budget generated here, the whole money is around that $5 billion that was told to Google that they should pay it as a fine. Okay, look at what Google said when the judgment came. Some person made a comment, obviously from Google's people, that the fine that they were asked to pay can be considered a round-off error in their calculations of their business. That they can consider that fine as a round-off error. Like money that Uganda does not have, Google say they can consider it as a write-off. So quite simply, if you're dependent on political independence to lead us to economic independence, you're crazy. It's called politica. It can't lead to economic. Political. It can only bring peace and stability. Economical, we have to do economical plan for that one, which is what we're doing here. And why are you poor? Because you have depended on politica to lead you to economy. It doesn't work. You need to follow the private sector. The private sector must be the leader of what's happening in society. So a couple of announcements for today, for you to understand the direction that we're going. All the 50 BDMs, you should be preparing your mind to take off to your countries within a week. You're going to make sure that the amount of numbers we need for the border borders are complete. We are going to create the world's first economic war museum in Bukoto. The world does not have an economic war museum. We have actually designed this museum. It's not we're about to start implementing. It's the world's first economic war museum. It's going to have the pictures of all the 5 million children that ACPA is going to pick up. Those 5 million children, we're going to use them as the testimony of the economic war. The impact on their lives, the monthly money, the financial support, their educational loans, the health care. We're going to use those 5 million children as our testimony, our story, what we're going to tell. So we're going to put the world's first economic war museum right here in Bukoto. Very beautiful. And we're going to, of course, when we're done with it, the whole world will come and take pictures. But the most important thing is that we are talking about children. Also, announcements. We are heading to Mbarara to go and open a factory there. We're going to open a factory in Mbarara in August. We're going to start breaking the ground. All the analysts will be on that trip. It will be a voyage of over 2,000 vehicles. A voyage from Kampala to here. Who's going to be on that journey? All right. We're going to be on one long journey. All the cars like that. 2,000 plus. Straight to Mbarara. We will land at the land we are going to build Africa's first mobile phone manufacturing assembly plant. We will appear there and we will pack all the SUVs, eat some chicken, drink, party. We will build a world-class factory there. The place will be called Museveni Park, to be beauty to behold. Apart from that, we're also planning aggressively the final showdown of the launch of everything we're doing, October the 5th. So everything we're doing, we're building up to October the 5th. We're going to launch a phone that was made where? I can hear you! I can hear you! I can hear you! Africa! 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 Into the big world! So October 5th, we will round up with that one. And then the game will begin from there. We're ready for this thing. We're too prepared, too well structured. We're on top of our game. We're on top of the game. So a couple of announcements, again, about SUV, really. You guys are liking this SUV thing too much. So let's keep it going, because that procession from here to Mbarara, we need 3,000 vehicles. Oh, I forgot to tell you, we've reached out to a certified manufacturer of vehicles, some Nigerian vehicle manufacturer. He's good. So we have reached out to him. We're pulling him here. We're going to, from around October, we're going to start the process of manufacturing SUVs in Uganda. Yeah, SUVs are good. They're good for Africa. So we want to make a lot of them, make them here. And then people can drive from here and be... They say we are what? We are what? So SUVs, some things I won't announce. You just see it. We're not here to play. And you know we are now going to operate as a full mobile phone operator in Uganda. So we will compete with MTN and Africell and everybody who is competing. It's called capitalism. You're welcome to compete, and we are here to compete. And how are we going to compete? We're going to compete in making sure that the average Ugandan gets quality service in terms of internet. In fact, we're going to make internet free in Uganda. That's how we intend to compete. We also intend to compete that people can make phone call. I mean, what the hell? We want to make sure that everybody in our network you call, you don't pay. So as long as the people that you know are in our network, you never pay to talk to them. Free call. This is the kind of thing people enjoy in America. So I always ask a question, why not here? Americans get free call all day. They can talk to whoever. Why should you have to pay for every single call? Let's get some testimony. And let's start calling the people so that we can be on our way. Now, next week, we're going to have this almost the same kind of program, but with focus on ACPA. I will speak about ACPA. The twins representing ACPA, they're not twins, but those actors, you know them, right? Aki and Popo, they will be here all the way from Nigeria next weekend. So they will come from Nigeria, they will be here next weekend, and we will kick off the ACPA. So next weekend, we're going to be here just like this, just that we will not have the brother people disturbing us. It will be our staff, intellectually minded people. So next weekend, Aki and Papa, I'm excited to see them. Let me tell you something. Listen, I realized something, that God actually trapped those guys in the body of children. They're not related. They're not related. They're not brothers and sisters. There's nothing between them. This one trapped as a child. The other one trapped. So me, I came. I said, okay, something for Africa children. Two of you come here. And they quickly accepted. They said, wow, we will do it. So we're going to make many videos of them. Very funny videos of them talking about child poverty, ACPA. Let's stand up for the African child. And so on and so forth. Now, I also forgot to announce to you, football is going to come back here. We're launching something called the No Dropout Big League here in Kampala. So every African player will be coming here once a year to come and play football, a tournament. Yeah. Why? Because through that we can easily develop Ugandan sports and agriculture. Now, finally, I'm going to call the people that are coming to pick up the SUVs and we can be on our way. Barnabas. Music for them. Music. Barnabas. Agnes. Beatrice. Christopher. Pius. Pamela. Lydia. Twesige. Jane Atai. Joseph. David. Peter. Thomas. Irene. Alston. Lillian. Lucy. John Kennedy, Barbara, Robert, and Siphon.
For the Lord Himself is my passion. He lifts my head in glory. For my heart the Lord has exalted. He teaches me to prosper. I have come with stories to tell. I have come with testimonies. Take a look at me, you can see it. Say you can call me testimonies. It is my time and it is my season. All around me testimonies. And because the Lord is my shepherd, I shall never want. Every day testimonies. Everywhere testimonies. See the word is working, and I'm so full of praise. In the morning testimonies, and in the evening testimonies. Now I tell the story of how I overcame. I testify. I testify. Your life is not ordinary. It's filled with signs and wonders. For the hand of the Lord is upon you. It fills your life with laughter. You have come with stories to tell. You have come with testimonies. When I look at you, I can see it. You are full of testimonies. It's your time, yes, this is your season. All around you, testimonies. And because the Lord is your shepherd, you shall never want. Every day, testimonies. Everywhere, testimonies. See the word is working, and you're so full of praise. In the morning, testimonies, and in the evening, testimonies. Now we tell the story of how we overcame. Every day, testimonies. Everywhere, testimonies. Glory, hallelujah. I'm so full of praise. In the morning, testimonies, and in the evening, testimonies. Now we tell the story of
All
how
of them are driving home today.
I testify.
All Every single person here is going home today with an SUV. That's a big deal. There are 25 people who now can take home an SUV and put their family, their children, drop them off in school in the morning. 25 people. That's a big deal. That's why we dance to that song, Testimony. Come on, let's sing again. All right, here's the final thing, and then we go. We're going to pray for the countries. Yeah, where is he? Where is he? Huh? Okay, I want to honor two other people. How many people did I call? You sort it out on your own. Pastor, come. This man has been a massive blessing. These people weren't here, you'd have had a wonderful day today. He is a massive blessing with spiritual anointing. Today we're also giving Pastor an SUV. We're going to close on this note. I really want us to pray for this Pan-Africanism spirit. I really want us to close on that note. We can't worship, we can't do anything. What kind of people do we bring here? Jesus Lord. Heavenly Father, we thank you so much. Thank you for today. Thank you for your grace. Lord, we pray together as one team for the spirit of Pan-Africanism that we have released today. Lord, that spirit of unity, let us put it towards the economic transformation of Africa. That spirit of unity, everywhere development channel goes from tomorrow. In Kenya, in Nigeria, in Malawi, in South Africa, in Egypt, Liberia, it will be one spirit, Abba Father. One spirit. One spirit will catch us in Burkina Faso and catch us in Ghana and catch us in Ivory Coast. One spirit will catch us in Gambia. One spirit will catch us in Algeria. Will catch us in Chad. One spirit, King of Glory. One spirit will catch us in Tunisia. One spirit will catch us in Congo DRC, in Congo Brazzaville. One spirit in Cameroon. One spirit in Benin Republic. Abba Father, King of Glory. One spirit will catch us. It will catch us in Lome. It will catch us. It will catch us. We cannot escape it. It will catch us in Madagascar. One spirit of Pan-Africanism. One spirit of survival. One spirit of strength. One spirit of mercy. One spirit of freedom. One spirit of economic empowerment and prosperity. One spirit of health. One spirit will catch us all across this continent. In Sierra Leone, it will catch us. In Liberia, it will catch us. My Father, one spirit will catch us. The spirit of Pan-Africanism, the spirit of love for our neighbor, the spirit of love for our own home and our own continent, our own community, the spirit of love for our own people will catch us. Everywhere we go, we will not escape that spirit of Pan-Africanism, that spirit of love for our neighbor, that spirit of love for our own family. It will catch us. It will catch us. It will catch us in Nigeria. It will catch us in Uganda, in Tanzania, in Kenya. It will catch us in Morocco. It will catch us in Algeria. We can't escape it. Every part of this Africa, everywhere you go, the spirit of Pan-Africanism for economic domination and liberation will catch us. In Jesus' mighty name we pray. Goodbye, everybody.
For my hand the Lord has exalted. It teaches me to prosper. I have come with stories to tell. I have come with testimonies. Take a look at me, you can see it. Say you can call me testimonies. It is my time and it is my season. All around me testimonies. And because the Lord is my shepherd, I shall never want. Every day testimonies. Everywhere testimonies. See the word is working, and I'm so full of praise. In the morning testimonies, and in the evening testimonies. Now I tell the story of how I overcame. I testify.
Excuse me. Hello. Please, if you're among the beneficiaries of SUV now, please go outside. We don't rush it. You just go pick one vehicle and stand in front of the vehicle. Thank you.